We do this for the culture. Yeah. You can tell I stay fly just by looking at my kicks. $1 million mind frame with plans to get rich. Kicks and culture.
All right, man. So today we want to get into the discussion of sneakers. So we're not with introductions and the key things like that. But one thing I do want to know. So, Marquis, you guys are 6xth. I don't want to call you a resale shop, but I know you guys are heavy in the resale and buy, sell, trade world. One of the biggest things I want to know is, how does that work? Why do you do it? And do you feel like it was something that was needed in making Jarredd?
All right, so the loaded question. Got a lot of
Gotcha.
got a lot of questions in there. But to answer your first question, why I do it, it's simple. I just want to afford my shoes. It's that simple.
It's a personal standpoint.
So personal standpoint, I just do it because I use it to kind of fund me getting pairs. If I sell a certain amount,
Right.
it pays for my pair. Just that plain and black and white simple for me.
Like that. So,
Jarredd may have a different answer, but for mine, that's different. How does it work, or why does it work? Because a lot of people in today's age, and with social media, and when a lot of people get into this resale game, it's a lot harder for the regular to consumer to purchase these shoes.
right.
So as for us, we are, I guess you could consider, the middleman that kind of helps facilitate getting those shoes for you, at a certain cost. For us, for taking the time out, going to stand in those lines or raffles or whatever we have to do to facilitate you getting your pair. But I guess that's kind of how it works, and why it's needed in Macon is because for me as a kid growing up, everybody used to run to Atlanta. I mean, why is it needed in Macon? But everybody used to run to Atlanta to go get pairs. Everybody, all the resale shops, all the big things or anything that's going on, everybody puts it in Atlanta.
Right.
And I felt like I'm a big community person, and I'm a big person in nostalgic and just building what you have around you. And a lot of people complain about there not being anything because they're not putting anything there in their city for it to be something. Right. So that was my focus, is to show myself and the next generation behind me, is that you can create these things and you can put them in your own city, and that will fester the other people to want to build and create other things and put it in their city, so you don't have to run to New York or Atlanta or Miami to get these, I guess, creative spurts or these entrepreneurial mindsets. You don't have to run to those cities to create those things and for those things to flourish.
So it was personal, and then also you said the lack.
Yeah, lack thereof of there not being something like that. Because I tell a lot of people that come into our store, they're like, "How did you come up with this idea?" And I just explain to them, like, it's purely selfish. I'm trying to say it's purely out of a selfish intent of just, this is what I wanted to see. This is what I want, and I'm going to put it here so other people can enjoy it. If you do, great. If you don't, that's cool. But I'm enjoying it because this is something that I wanted to see in my city.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's really good. I think that's a really good answer, and also a really good foundation even to start anything. Because if you can't enjoy what you put in,
right,
or what you create, then how would you have someone else to enjoy what you
Exactly.
Especially when you put the love and blood, sweat and tears into it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, you want to enjoy it. Jay, you got something similar to that, or is it?
Well, for sneakers, as far as having a store, I do it to offset my cost for my personal as well, just like him. But I also do it to give people a second chance of what shoes they want. They can't get it retail.
I like that.
Come to me. I'll give you a second chance to get it. You might pay a little more,
He said second chance.
but it's easy. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait in line. You ain't got to do all this unnecessary stuff.
Yeah.
Just pay a little more. I got you.
How does that? So I tell you, like being a entrepreneur, sneaker store owner, I had to speak with some other guys that buy, sell, trade, and that own resale shops. And I'll be totally honest, I was biased. Of course, I'm biased because of my store, but on the flip side of that, I used to look at resellers from a malicious intent, and I was wrong, and I openly admit that. But I openly admit that because most of the time I see people, it's malicious purposes only. It's not described as what you call a second chance. So, how hard do you work though? I mean, of course, I get a shoe, I sell it, and it's retail. The next thing I know is you guys get a shoe, whether you're cornering the ends of the earth to get it, but you're trying to satisfy your clients. How does that actually work? The day in the life of a reseller.
Well, getting the shoes is not as easy as what people would think it is.
Right.
For us, it's a lot of footwork, a lot of driving, a lot of everything.
Right.
So it's just like, why would you do it when you can pay an extra $50 or whatever, and we do it for you? That's
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you like it? I mean, so
basically, all right, because there are people who are just saying
they're like personal shopping.
no, yeah, kind of sort of, but there are people who are like, man, like resell, they are expensive.
Yeah.
But you're saying that based on your time that it took for you to go and get the shoe, whether it's gas or sitting in line, like the customer's kind of paying for that, so to speak.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that kind of
Yeah. Now, I like to clarify something.
all right?
I don't consider myself a reseller. All right.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Jay and our other partner who's not here, Mike, they're the resellers. And from my observation of watching them and the other guys that we have in the store, they spend a lot of time. Like when a lot of people just come by the shoe, it's over for them. It's not over for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have to either outsource it, go to another place, drive all the way to Atlanta. They have to know who's getting it, how many stores are getting what many pairs, how can they get in contact with these stores, how can they get in the raffles, how many bodies they may need to put in these lines to possibly get to facilitate the orders that we have coming in. If we can't get it here, or if it's a release that is not being dropped here, but it's a high demand, okay, how are we going to get that from either California, Texas, Arizona, New York, Miami? We have to facilitate. It's a science, and it's a chess game, really.
Yeah.
It's a chess game because
if you buy it, you gotta hope you sell it, right?
you gotta sell it, and then it depends on their biggest thing is when they buy in, because sometimes the market may be super high and hot for it, but the demand is not there. So it's not worth the price tag of them buying in to even purchase that shoe because we know our clientele or our market's not going to pay that. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, because there might be a market in California, a shoe for us does terrible here.
Yeah, but in the West
But
Coast,
in the West Coast, they sell someone for $400, $500. And maybe we can help facilitate them and do like a bulk deal or a bulk order for them to get their pair so they can facilitate for their clientele. So it's a lot of science and chess. And this is just me being observant of watching it. Like I said, I'm not a reseller. I clearly in it.
All right, so Jay's the reseller.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Marquis, what do you call this?
For 6th.ave, I'm
Head of operations.
head of operations. I really consider myself the creative director.
Okay.
Like the
That's fair.
advertising, the branding, the overall business behind it, because they got the reselling game down pat. I don't try to intervene. I don't try to even fit my 2 cents in it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to branding and video content, photography content, logos, designs, just overall aesthetic feel when you come into our store, that's me. You know what I'm saying? You're getting a piece of my personality and who I am as a creative,
Okay.
and pouring into that, and that's what's
Well, that's good because now y'all have basically essentially like dictated y'all roles.
Yeah.
They were already dictated before we went into there.
yeah.
Like, I do the shoes, he does everything.
But you know what? You make a good point, because I've seen, like, even like when I told my brother, hey, let's do a podcast. I think one thing that people don't do in the beginning is discuss what they have to do. And you guys defined that even before a sign was created, rent was being paid, anything. So
Yeah.
there's no miscommunication of
Yeah.
what goes on.
And it doesn't bleed into each other, so you're not stepping on each other's toes.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, it's a-
because if you know, man, I don't know anything about graphic design, Illustrator, Photoshop,
Right.
nothing. But Marquis is like, hey, that's my wheelhouse, and you just go ahead and knock it out.
Definitely.
And then when it takes time for you to get out there and get the shoe, your partnership works well.
Look at you being good.
Great education. but okay, but let me ask you this now: with you being on the creative side,
Yeah.
and then you have an eye for something,
Mhm.
you being on the resale side, when you go out there and you put in the footwork, can y'all tell what shoe is going to be a hot shoe based on the look or based on the market?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's what is going on in the streets. So you have to put your ear to the street. Like, what are people talking about? Are they going to want this shoe in 2 weeks? Are they going to want this one? So you just got to listen.
Do they hit you up like Instagram?
Yeah, you
Facebook,
get your phone
Twitter, I
tech
need
going up
this.
at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, I'm asleep.
And I approach it from a consumer because I'm still a consumer. So I tell them like, no, like I know this is what y'all saying, but listen to me. Like when dunks were hitting, I was like, bro, we need a whole dunk wall. Like they're gonna go crazy. Man, I don't know. Think. And then hey man, thank you for because I'm a consumer, so I'm always I'm in the style and fashion. So I'm always looking at trends and what people are trying to get and where it may go 3-4 months.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily what people are talking about right now. Because me personally, I don't care what people are talking about right now. I'm trying to be
You
like,
forecast.
I'm forecasting. Like, okay, all right, I hear you saying that right now, but let's see about 3-4 months.
So getting into the day-to-day activities of, a reseller, that sneaker person, your day is full. So your Saturday morning is crazy.
Oh,
Every day.
How do you find time to put people in line, either i.e. drive to Atlanta, you got orders to fulfill, hitting up sneaker stores, like is one customer more important than the other?
Never.
Or like
yeah.
how do you find time, to say, hey, I know I have X amount of shoes I need to get, this is what I need to do. Where do you get the manpower from?
With us, we already have a pretty big team.
Okay.
We're already pretty established. So we just be like, hey, I need you here. I need you here. Hey, can you go here? Or are you already here? Can
Right.
you grab this for me? It's just
So you really got to be a team. I mean,
Yeah,
your
it's
guys
a
have to be a
That's
team
what you gotta
player.
communicate, man. You got group chats. We text and group chat pretty much 24/7.
What made you want to be a reseller? I think that's the burning question. Like, was there a pivotal time in your life or some point where you said, you know what, lack thereof or whatever it was, this is
I was
what
working
I'm
at the grocery store. I'm like, man, I can't push these carts. I was out there on my break flipping shoes, making $30, $40. That's what I'm making, for a whole day. I'm making
Seriously?
$30, $40, $50 off one shoe. I'm like, man, yeah, this ain't for me. And then it was fast food. I'm like, nope, I'm an entrepreneur. I got to do my own thing. I got to be my own boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm never going back to a 9-to-5 life. Never. I got to do what I got to do.
Nah, that's good at such an early age.
Yeah, yeah. Especially whenever you in a situation just like, you know what, I see compensation vastly greater over on this side versus than what I'm doing here. Now, whenever you left that 9 to 5, was it cold feet at some point, or you just like, no, I gotta go?
I was down bad, really. I was at the flea market. That's how I started. I started at the flea market buying used shoes for $20, cleaning them up, scrubbing them up, selling them for $40, and then I just built my capital to where I needed to do.
Is there a used shoe market?
There's a huge used shoe market. I have buyers who buy nothing but used.
Hold on, man. Let go. So you mean to tell me, in this world we live in, okay, you resell. Of course, you resell new shoes. But there's a used shoe market where people say, hey, can you find me these? You find them. Of course, you have your price, and then you throw something extra on there to make you some money.
Yeah, because you got to look at it like this. If a shoe they want is $500 brand new, but they can get that same shoe worn like once or twice for like $250, $300, they're going to go with that $250.
Like a damn car.
Hey, but
You got some miles on your shoe.
he tapped into it. But then people are paying for your time to clean those shoes. And,
You can buy them for low and then clean them up, and then that's how you make your money.
How did you tap into that? How did you say, you know what, there's a used shoe market? Was it a person or a thing or you
It was really eBay when I started. It was eBay was popping, so you shoes on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, that was popping. That's what started it.
Facebook, okay. Yeah. I remember Facebook. Well, Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, it was Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, stuff like that. That's how I started.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Now I'm strictly pretty much just brand new. I don't really like buying new shoes. I like established market. Like I can tell what if I buy a brand new shoe, that's what it's going for.
Yeah.
If I buy a used shoe, I might buy. You could easily buy it for too much, and you lose money at the end of the day. Some people.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Marquis, whenever you are in a position to create a look or an aesthetic, you have anybody that inspires you?
Yeah, I pull from a lot of different stuff, but I think because I'm a 90s baby, I pull from that a lot. That nostalgic, that warm, that I like a lot of New York type of architecture and grittiness and
big city,
high rise and stuff like that. So
that.
for brands, I mean Emmanuel Dior, it's out of New York.
Yep.
Nas. I pull from a lot of different references, where it's from pop culture music to buildings, from just looks that I've seen that was just interesting or inspired me, or I like the colors, or I like the warmth that it made me feel. And so that's what kind of pulls and creates the things that I do.
6xth. The name of the store, is that New Yorkish? Because we don't have a 6xth.
Yeah.
Too much down here.
I would say it's New Yorkish, but the main reason I did 6xth, when we were in New York, and this is the long story of our
Okay, all right, let's get to it.
So
tell them first that y'all didn't even want to go to New York.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He drug us to New York. I was like, no, we don't need to go to New York. He was like, no, let's go to New York.
We're gonna start a store. We gotta take a trip.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Definitely.
See.
So we were in New York. We went to dinner, and we were walking back from dinner, and we were trying to find our hotel. While we were trying to find our hotel, Jay has the GPS, getting us lost. And me and Mike were just saying, coming up with names. Now, my big thing about names in branding is I don't like names that lock you in to something. Like when you call yourself, I'm going to use your old Instagram name, but J Sneaks or J Kicks, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, to me, locks you into one subject matter, genre, whatever you want to call it. It's just and I don't like to be locked in. Me as a person, I'm creative. So next thing 6xth could be a real estate company. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? 6xth could be whatever I want it to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I looked at the name. So I didn't want, he was like, come on, let's put kicks on them. No, absolutely not. We're not, no. They got to know we're a sneaker store. That doesn't even matter. Once we build the brand and the name, they're going to know what we do. Right. But I didn't want to lock us in. So we were walking in New York. We're lost. Me and Mike spitting out names. They're like, what do you think about this? We're like, no, yes, no. And I said, what do you think about 6xth? And Mike was like, 6xth, okay. What about 6? And we were like, okay, 6 sounds cool. It flows off the tongue. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. I want something that just flows off the tongue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we were lost for the third time. Like, we're literally looking for, there was 3 Hyatts. That was the hotel we were staying in the downtown New York area. Like 3 of them in the same vicinity. And we walked to every other one but ours. And when we finally looked up to see where we were at, we were on 6th Street. So
the third time.
Yeah, so we were just like,
it's got to be like that. So
I like what you said, how the name is very generic. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can go from sneaker store to real estate,
production company.
And that's one of the things, like, I got a fresh sneaker boutique, and now it's just fresh. I know the sign is what it is, but it's just broad.
So you can create an umbrella company.
Create an umbrella, and I can do whatever
that's dope.
I want, and that's how I've always been. I just never liked that, and I pulled that from like companies like Supreme. Like Supreme means nothing, but they branding is so strong they can put their brand name on a brick and sell it.
I saw that,
which they had.
You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason. I'm like, so. And if anybody was just to see that brick, they would be like, oh, who's Supreme? It's a bricking company?
No.
It's a skateboarding company. But their branding is so strong, their name is so strong that they can put it on any and everything they want.
Some people don't even know they're a skateboarder.
Some people still don't know they're skateboarding.
They probably think
I didn't know that for a while.
And that's what I want. I don't want you to know that 6th Ave is a sneaker store. 6th Ave is 6th Ave.
And then, but then whenever they say 6th Ave, then they know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's you.
This guy, he got it.
He got it.
Yeah. You got it. No, even Jay is like, yeah, he got it. So that's why you guys work well, because you don't bleed into what he does. He's like, all right, you good. You good.
When you're out and you know, like I said, I'm still trying to understand the resale game. So and when I say trying to understand it, I just mean like you guys take a lot of time out of your day. So someone who works on base, because you know we live in Middle Georgia, so someone who works on base or doctors, teachers, lawyers, professionals, people who can't get to the store Saturday morning. Mom has soccer practice, baseball, basketball. She can't come get in line at 10 o'clock. You're the guy.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, having a store now takes a lot of my time, so I don't get to stand in lines like I used to when I first started and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just send, you know, my team, you know, somebody on our team out, or I send, you know, my little brother out, let them stand in line for give them $20, whatever.
Yeah.
Go back to my store. Stuff like that.
It's having the storefront, because now you used to bang the streets and get whatever you need. Having the storefront, like you said, was kind of hard. It takes more of your time. Having the storefront, does it increase your traffic as far as like people coming to see you, or you know, like is it a benefit or does it hurt you because you're not out there anymore and people don't see your face?
It benefits me because at the end of the day, like they'll go and stand in line themselves and they're like, I don't even want the shoe. I'll just take it to 6th Ave, make the 50 themselves. And then they bring the shoe to me. The shoe came out that same day.
Right.
They made their 50. I'm gonna make my 50 or whatever I make. And they bring me a shoe to me. Really,
it's crazy how the world of shoes has transitioned to what they're doing. I mean, and that's just the new way of what's going on. Of course, you got the regular stores, but and I'll be honest with you, and this is no lie, and no shot at you, but I just thought sitting there looking at someone resell a shoe was like, damn, really? Like, you're willing to pay this for this? But then again, it's a niche environment. Just like when I created Fresh, it was a niche environment. And it's like, hey, I'm tired of driving to Atlanta, New York, and LA, and Miami, and all these places. But you guys have carved out a niche within a niche. And reselling, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
yeah. A lot of people like hate. I guess you can't really say hate.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
You can say, I mean, a lot of people do, but they have to, and that's why we're having the show. I have to understand who you are.
They probably don't like the business model.
They just see a reseller with 50 pairs and like, oh, that's why I can't get them for retail.
Right.
He took all my pairs.
Right.
I didn't even get them for retail. I paid whatever I had to pay over.
Right.
I got them for people who got them for retail, but I didn't get them for retail.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. People really have to understand.
you just have to explain it to them most of the time, and then be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
But then again, it may be something that happened to them in a particular situation.
Like there's resellers out there that don't care about the people. Like they just want the money.
And see, those are the ones.
Those are
the ones that are Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, 95 or 100 pair, and they don't do anything to me. I just think in the mindset of, are you that malicious that you're doing this type of work and you're not caring about the customer? But someone like my wife, she's a doctor and she can't get in the retail line or she can't win a raffle. But at the same time, like, you have the money, the means, the finance to say, hey, I got 50 or 75 bucks I can pay over. My son wears a size 8. I'm happy. Drop him off at my office or let me come see you Saturday morning. So, I get it. I'm totally with it.
Yeah. I mean, it is something that's enlightening. And then that's why you on the show want to enlighten people to how your world works and how you navigate through the resale market, how you put your price point and all that. All right. So which is beneficial, what you got to do. Now, as far as like the collaboration with you guys, have you guys seen any breaks in the road, or matter of fact, have you seen any bumps in the road? Oh yeah. So talk about that. So talk about.
Like I said, we're friends, we're brothers. Like we've known each other for a while, and we argue all the time. We disagree about things. He's like, "Man, that idea's dumb." I'm like, "No, your idea's dumb. What do you mean my idea's dumb?" So I mean, nothing serious, just regular headaches when you deal with multiple people. Because I tell people, and I explain this to my wife all the time. It's like my wife's like, "Oh, these people on my job, they're terrible." I said, "It don't matter where you go. People are people. People are always gonna get on your nerves. People are always going to get under your skin.
Right.
And you as a person have to learn how to maneuver, deal, dissect the situation, and move forward."
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. We argue, we bump heads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
What do y'all argue about? I'm just curious.
Little stuff. It'd be petty stuff. It'd be like little petty stuff. Like it don't even
6xth, like the name.
it'd be petty
Been here
stuff.
3 times, damn it.
No, it does. I can't think of anything particular. You know what I'm saying?
Which is good because then that lets you know that it's not even that big of a deal.
It's not. It doesn't really be that big of a deal. But we do argue. I mean, we argue in the group chat. Everybody arguing at each other about something dumb or something that somebody said, and like, man, bump you, bro. So
What's so 6th Ave, Macon, Georgia? I know you guys are trying to get that at the height. Like you want mad people to come through the door.
Wait, do y'all want mad people to come through the door? Okay, all right. I just want because some people like a flow,
Right.
but I don't know if y'all want to be bum rush.
I mean, and I tell you,
You're like,
so like
that's right now, bum rush.
yeah, you're like, come on.
and to piggyback off of what you just said, be careful what you ask for when you have mad people coming through the door. And the only reason why I say it is because you can have a store and you have so many people coming through every single day, and you don't have time for yourself.
Exactly.
And you're constantly making money,
You know.
but you're so tired to the point where it's like,
You know what you know what I'm about to say.
What-
That
what-
brings us to one of our petty arguments. I'm older, so I'm 26.
right.
So I've been in the Marine Corps, I've done a few things in my short time on this earth. And he wanted to be open 7 days a week. I said, bro, you
Gotta
know,
give yourself time.
you're going to burn yourself. My biggest thing is consistency.
Yeah.
Can you be consistent with what you're doing? No matter what you're doing. Can you be consistent? If you cannot maintain going to the gym 7 days a week, then why are you even trying to go to the gym 7 days a week? If you can maintain 2 days out a week, do that. So can you do that for 4 years straight and be fine? If not, then you don't even put yourself in that position to do. And I told him sometimes you just need a day of rest. You need a day to yourself, the kumbaya. You had to deal with me all week. Right? You know what I'm saying? You had to deal with me all week.
I need
You
to not
had to
see
deal
you.
with Mike all week. I then had to deal with clientele and customers and doing customer service and then being an entrepreneur, owning a business, being part owner of a business, that takes a whole nother toll and headache that we have to do and talk about and deal with and the overhead and talking to lawyers, talking to CPA, talking to all these different people. So you just need a day to just be like,
Gotcha.
woosah.
Okay.
So you can recoup and come back in. So that's like an example of our petty
So
arguments.
needless to
that
say, we need to be off on Sunday.
yeah,
But we compromise.
we compromise.
Compromise.
We came to a compromise. We're appointments only on Sunday.
Okay.
So, you know,
So that's when you just let him go on all the appointments.
Well, we
and you
can
just-
yeah.
Okay.
So for the most part, we gonna let him go for most of the appointments. But we had to come to a compromise because I understand his desire to want to be in the store,
Yeah.
make money, and I don't want to take that from him. But I also, because like I said, he's my brother, so I'm looking out for his well-being and his health. Just like y'all previous podcasts, I'm looking out for his well-being and health, and I'm like, that's not healthy.
No.
That's not a healthy behavior to be working yourself to death because one or two things are gonna happen. You're gonna burn out, and you're not gonna like what you're doing and why you got into it in the first place, or you're just gonna say, "Bump it, I'm done."
You know, it's interesting you said work yourself to death. Steve Jobs did an amazing job with Apple. Amazing. You know, iPod, iPad, everything. Nothing to show for it now. He said he dead. So you know he's deceased. So that's an example of you have to give yourself time, you know, to kind of recuperate. Chick-fil-A, they did a study. How much money can Chick-fil-A make on a Sunday? it was in the millions. But why? We can do all that Monday morning, 6 o'clock. You know, come get your chicken biscuit. So I think you need time to unplug, but also with that being said, just being a business owner, you need time to unplug and check your books. One thing that we talked about from a financial literacy standpoint is the perspective of learn how to count your money. You can sell as many shoes and you know you're getting 50, 50, 50 from every single person, you know, in here, in this room, you know, like all your customers, so on and so forth, and you're putting it in the register. But at the same time, it's like if you're going so fast to the point where you don't know how much money you're making, and then you have to look back and say, damn, you know, didn't I do that? Like, I know this guy gave me the money, but rent, lights, cable, people, employees. I mean, it takes on a lot. So I understand what Marquis is saying. You have to take yourself out of the equation and say, man, you know what? Let me unplug. Let them miss you.
Yeah.
Because now when they miss you, the anticipation is higher. The anticipation is bigger. It's like, I gotta go see them Monday. So, you know, like you gotta want them to meet.
Or I gotta see them Saturday because I know they're gonna be closed
Sunday.
on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
You know, and that's the biggest thing is driving that demand for people to want to come see us and shop with us. And, you know, I'm glad that we came to a compromise because I thought we were like, oh, this man really had me up here on a Sunday morning. I'm going to tell my wife, yeah, man, I know it's your off weekend. I'm going to have to go up there to be with Jarredd, my second wife, you know. It's fine. but yeah.
What's and definitely Mike, you jumping on this one, but Jarredd, both of you all, what's next for 6xth.ave? I mean, is it more customers? Is it more shoes? Is it more people? Is it expanding, you know, out? What's next? I know you. Hold on. How old is the baby? Because it's a baby right now.
Oh,
right?
2 weeks old.
Oh,
2 weeks.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait.
Are we talking from the store or brick and mortar?
Store. I know, not the idea.
Okay. The
But
brick
right
and
now,
mortar
you all are 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old.
All right, now tell us about the store.
Yeah.
I'm not the store. I'm sorry. The 6th Ave as a whole. How long you got been?
6xth as a whole, I actually started in the beginning of January. So the other baby, or the part of the baby, is still 6 months old. So she's only still in her infancy phases. Like she's not even crawling.
But still, though, man, that's still a great evolution from where you guys started
Yeah.
to where you are now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because most people don't get to that point at this pace.
Like I said, with the business stuff, I'm on it. I don't.
So you
when it comes to that, I don't play.
But see, like you all
showing.
Yeah,
It's showing.
And you all came up in the era where you guys have a digital format.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh, 11 years old. I came up, I mean, I had a little Instagram, I had Facebook, but now you are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and plus you bang the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you bang the streets. I'm there, I'm in your face. Hey, Mr. Foot Locker, hey, you know, Foot Action, give me my pairs because I have to take them back to my client fan base.
Right.
And you have to make sure that everything runs right while he's out.
And look good.
And look
Right.
And with that caveat to the social media, that is what I like to explain to a lot of young kids. Like that's what allowed us to move like a bigger entity than what we are.
Yeah.
Like when we first started, like and I explain to a lot of people, it's the simple things. Like when we created an email, like when you get an email from us, you have our watermark, our contact information, everything. So even when it came down to getting the building for 6xth.ave, it took me. We had to build it in end of January.
Yeah.
Had to build it at the end of January. I set it up where we don't start paying until when April. No. April is when we got the keys, but we
got
didn't.
the keys on April 1st.
Okay.
And we didn't start paying until June.
And we had to pay the deposit and everything, but that was it.
Yeah, we didn't have to pay rent or anything, but that allowed me.
So I had to build it.
We had because I told my son I need to build out. I have a build out going on. I need to get my contractors in. I need to get my light guys in. I need to get my floor guys in. My painters. I need to look at.
This is all information for the young guy that's you all's age.
Mm-hmm.
That's trying. I mean, and I hope they're listening. But this is vital information for the young guy who is trying to do the same thing you're doing, but they don't know where, when, or how to start. So definitely, they're listening to you.
So the first place to start, I guess, if you want to, once you come up with the idea and the concept and where you want to go, get your LLC.
Right.
Your LLC, get that established. Once you get that established, like I said, it's the little things to creating your social media presence, to building a somewhat clientele, emails, getting your emails organized. You don't know how many times I got complimented off of just my email presentation and how I, format my emails to sponsorships or other clients or to companies that we're working with. We didn't get started up and running until in the store until what, end of April?
As far as like open the doors?
No. Like us being in there actually doing some work out of there. Because we're on this platform called Whatnot, which is a live streaming selling platform that we got a few people that in the community that vouched for us, put us on there, and we were only on there for 2 weeks, and they're already sponsoring us. They're already putting advertising behind us. They already want me to shoot and create content for them, and we've only been moving and operating for 6 months.
And that's using that digital.
That's using that, and I tell people all the time, it's like, I'm not even out the car yet. I'm not even out the car. I haven't even went hard on y'all yet. I'm just waking up right now.
Right.
But it took a lot to learn all that. And I like to give people, like, I'm an open book. I can tell you how to be a millionaire. Probably 100 people gonna listen to me. 20 people actually gonna follow.
One
10,
person
you know what I'm saying, might do it, and one person may make it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had no problem being an open book and giving people the game because it don't take nothing from me.
You're right. True, because based on the thing it'll take for you is time. Yeah.
The only thing I ask
They got paid
for people is when they come to me, show me what you've done already.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because then that way it's not like
I'm just
trying to drain you.
Mm-hmm.
Just the information.
I want to see, because I can tell from the conversation if you've done your own homework.
Yeah.
Right.
And then once I say, okay, he's done his own homework, they just need a little guidance. They just need to push in this direction or maybe a food for thought here, and that's what I provide.
Jarredd, you have, so you got your clients, you're moving and shaking definitely on Saturday mornings. What happens when you don't get what you want? And I say that, which translates into, if you don't get the shoes you need or want or have to have, now you're not doing it from a personal perspective. You have rent, lights, cable, people. If you don't get this, you can't put it in here, which pays for this. Does that cross your mind, or does that make you hustle?
It happens sometimes, and it stresses you out because you want to fulfill these people's orders. They paid you for a shoe.
Yeah.
You need to get it to them.
Right.
So you can't get it to them that day. You just call them up and, hey, so sorry.
So is it pre-sale orders or?
Yeah,
it can be
we do pre-orders, and then we also sell, if we have any other leftover pairs, we sell them.
Okay.
But for most part, it's pre-orders. People pay us beforehand, come pick it up the same day it comes out. So we're out, get these pairs and everything, but we can't get their size because some sizes are more desirable than others. Some sizes are more hard to get. We just call them up and be like, hey, I don't have it yet. Can you give me till tomorrow? Can you give me till Monday? I can shoot you $20 back. If they don't want to do that, just give them the money back. And, give them a discount on the next shoe they want. But for the most part, we get it.
Do you have irate customers or people that get pissed
You
off?
say, oh yeah. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, but because they're taking a chance on you, and you're taking a chance on what the store can possibly give you. Do people get pissed at you?
Yeah,
just
because you're going to think Saturdays, if a shoe comes out on Saturday, they're probably going to the club at night or something like that. They want that shoe right there.
Right.
Yeah, they paying you to get that shoe that same day.
So how does that day go for you when you don't get what they want?
Like I said, I just give them a discount, apologize, give them a discount on the next shoe.
Gotcha.
Right, yeah. So you do have like some type of reflection, not reflection, but problem solving abilities whenever it comes to that, which is it just comes along with the business. Yeah.
Dealing with customers, and that's what I explained to them. It's that professionalism and making sure, like, I know they're in your face and they're upset and they're irate about something, but as long as you keep your composure and your professionalism and you just make sure, like, look, I understand your frustration. I apologize for the inconvenience.
Yeah.
Next time, this is how we can move forward. If you want to use the skin, I understand. If not, I completely understand as well.
And keep your word.
Mm-hmm.
I commend you guys. I think I commend you guys on what you're doing. Creative director. Definitely in the resale market, and also shout out to Mike, you all's other business partner that couldn't make it. But I like what you all are doing because a lot of people at your age will not and cannot step out and say, hey, this is what I want to do, because fear is a beast. And but it's your passion that supersedes the fear that makes you just go ahead and drive and say, you know what, I want to do it. Me and bro, we're on this platform, Kicks and Culture, so we do what we call Holy Grail. And we go around and we ask every single person, what's your Holy Grail? What is that one shoe or that one thing that you needed, gotta have, wanna have?
Dreamt of having, even as a kid.
You might have it, you might not.
Yeah.
You're still searching for it.
Yeah.
But you guys can find anything.
Yeah.
You know.
I've touched a few of my Grails.
Okay. Well, we'll start with you, Marquis. So what's that Holy Grail? It could be
Grail.
1, 2, or 3 shoes. It doesn't matter.
Oh man, you want me to go down the list? Okay, so the Union ones.
Grail?
Yeah, those are
Have or don't have?
don't have. I don't have. But I want both pairs.
Okay.
I want that, and I think that's the worst part about me as a collector. I have to, if it's a pack or a set, I have to complete it. If I don't, then I feel off, and I can't. And sometimes I don't even want the other shoe.
Right.
I just got these. I just
got
got these like,
yeah.
I got all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got all of them.
So I never thought of it like that. Like, yeah. I'm proud like that too.
Grail.
All right.
So that'd probably be my grill. But I so many shoes.
Yeah.
I still want the Off-White Prestos, the original 10,
Original team.
the original 10 pack, the Off-White Prestos. That's like, they go for like $4,000 now.
Well, Off-White Prestos?
Yeah, Off-White Prestos, the black ones, the original collection.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All because Virgil passed.
Yeah. I don't even think it was because of Virgil passing. They were already just
Crazy, huh?
up there before he passed, but I think market came back down, it flipped way back. Because when he originally passed, that shot up crazy.
Jarredd.
I actually
Grails.
I felt like y'all were going to ask that question, so I
Grails.
actually brought them out today.
Oh, Grails. Superman.
This is the Dornbecker Jordan 4.
Dornbecker.
This came out in November 2011, I believe it
Yeah.
was. This has been my Grail shoe forever.
Really?
Really?
I've been wanting it since 2011. I wasn't even really into shoes in 2011.
I was gonna say, is there inspiration behind it, or?
I just love the shoe.
Well, okay.
I love
So since you have the shoe, tell us how you got the shoe.
Well, I'll tell you why I wanted the shoe first. I just like the concept behind it. Dornbecker is a children's hospital.
Right.
Okay.
Everything that, Dornbecker sells, like Jordan,
Yeah.
the proceeds go to the
Hospital.
hospital.
Right.
I love the concept behind it. And I got the shoe last year. We went to California for SneakerCon.
San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco, San Jose, something around there.
Uh-huh.
And we went into a resale store like ours. They had it at my size, good price. I'm like, man, I don't want to spend this.
Hold on. Good price. See.
Wait, no.
Good.
We're not.
Yeah. So good price for you is a crazy price for the normal person.
Yeah.
And we're all sneaker people.
Well, it just comes back to the used shoes. I got these used. Brand new,
Really?
brand new. These are $5 bands.
Um,
Used, I got them for half that.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. I ain't gonna say the exact price.
We'll keep
You
that
never
side.
said it.
And I said, spend that check.
Also,
that.
you feel like you only got one.
I was like, man, I got to. I was like, should I do it, Marquis?
Spend it.
He's like, yep, this has been the shoe you want forever.
Yeah.
You gotta get this, and it's been in the case since.
Our partner does not like coming on trips with us because we are buyers. Like, when I go out of town and we go to sneaker events, I'm buying personally. Me and Jarredd will probably leave with 5 personals a pair.
I have been,
Yeah.
like a pair of ones.
Yeah, I've been looking for
It's
borrow money for a long time.
Like, man, I don't care what it is. I want so. But no, that's Grail, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of the reasons why we do this platform is, to bring guys on like you, tell your story. How can other people definitely just come into your world? How can you help? What do you go through? Because sometimes people want to jump in the sneaker game and they think it's all kicks and giggles. I'll take this, make $50, and I'm done.
That's why I left it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But on the flip side, some people come into this game, and some people have these entrepreneurial skills they think they have, but when rent, lights, cable, contracts, all these other things come into play, it's like, hey, I just want to sell shoes. No,
No, it's other things that go along with it.
Right.
And it affects their personal life as well because they're taking their personal money and putting it into business money and it just screws them all together.
Yeah, so the ability to count your money, that's what it goes back to. Separate it. I didn't understand that for years. I mean, I understand it now, but it's a beast. Yeah, and it can be really, really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. So,
Bad really fast. Really bad, really fast.
Good show, man. Good show. Yeah,
Right.
man.
Look, you guys, shout out 6th.ave. You know, let them know where you're at.
Which camera we looking at?
Yeah, either one of them.
All right, so
6th.ave.
you can follow us on IG at 6xth. It is 6xth.ave, and my personal Instagram is Phantom Peach, PHNTMPCH.
You can find us at 482 First Street, downtown Macon, Georgia. You can also shop our website, shop6ave.com. Local pickup, international shipping. Shop with us, man.
It is. I love it.
All right, man. We appreciate you guys coming on.
Appreciate you guys for having us.
Definitely.
You only worth what you know. What would you learn to save your soul? You got a dream, now make some goals. Plant your seeds and watch it grow.
The show today, another round of the sneaker culture. This time we had the guys from 6th.ave on. Young guys, definitely impacting the sneaker culture from the middle Georgia area. What I like about them is they're young, they're ambitious, and
Very ambitious. Like they're the model that they went through from the time that they started,
Right.
as far as inception to where they are now, is inspiring.
right. I think even for me, 11-year vet, and I'm looking at these guys and trying to understand their world. I mean, no Nike contract, no Adidas, no, any of that. It's just get up, get it,
Grind
go.
and get it. Like,
Yeah,
for real.
I like it. Jarredd had a really good story about the Dornbeckers that he had on his feet. I like how he did that, and he talked about what the shoe meant to him, so on and so forth. Definitely Marquis, with the ones on, really tough to get. But I like the way his presentation was as far as creative director, and the funny part was, hey, I don't resell shoes. It's like, nah.
He said that to the boy. He was like, listen, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
I have my role, and
Right.
this is what I do. They just go out there and get the grind. I make this shit look good.
Right, what I can't do is I like I said, owning the shoe store, that getting up, getting out, going, that's a lot. I don't want to do it.
Stand in line.
Yeah.
Negotiate price.
But this is the sacrifice that these guys make for the customer. So they put their time, everything out on the line. Rain, sleet, or snow, they make it happen. Sometimes you're not going to be. It's not going to happen every single time.
Yeah, sometimes you may have a mission that's not as successful as you want it to be.
Exactly.
But then again, they do get out there and they do go out and seek those shoes to satisfy their customer or even to satisfy themselves, because Marquis was saying that the reason he in the business is because he likes shoes.
Right, that's it. And that's the only thing. Like
I just want to make sure that me myself
I got my pair.
Yeah, I got my pair.
Bam. But yeah, shout out to 6th.ave. I think what you guys are doing is very inspirational. You have a lot of younger guys that are looking at you, trying to understand how you do what you do. I know I get a lot of questions on, hey Jars, hey Jay, how do you start a sneaker store? But I guess, with that particular inspiration that these guys had on this particular episode, it's showing you how to get up, get out, and grind, and you can still make your money, from that. So
And make it legal too.
Yeah, definitely. I think what they did or what they're doing is for the culture, and it's that audience to say, I don't have time to get up in the morning and get a shoe. Who can I call?
Yeah.
What can I do? They're like, hey, dude, I'm here to save your day. And I'll be honest, I thought it was from a malicious perspective.
I know you did.
They
You and I, we
they pissed me off. I'm like, man, damn resellers. But then again, hey, I have a whole new perspective on reselling, what they do, because everybody does not come with that ill will, that ill that level of contentment
And
to
this
say,
also
hey,
comes for the fact of you being able to sit down in the same room with someone who is different than you and understand what it is that they do, and then
yeah,
have an appreciation for what they do.
yeah,
Even though you may not agree with it 100%, but
Yeah.
at least you understand.
and see, I'm glad you pointed that out, because a lot of people, and I don't call them the enemy, because I think what they're doing is very inspiring, but it's hard to sit across the table from your enemy or the person that you don't agree
In
with
opposition of you,
of what I'm doing.
and have a conversation.
But the opposition is, I have another level of creativity to get you what you want.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some hustlers. I give it to them. I love it. I mean, praise to them. Like anything that they need help with, or if I can help them in any facet, CPA, sneaker talk, whatever the case may be, man, I'm more than willing to help.
Sure.
But man, kick of the day.
Kick of the day.
So shout out to Private Label, man. I just want to give them a shout out. We use this bag. Well, I definitely use this bag all the time. I have one, bro has one, and anytime that we're somewhere, we are always taking our sneakers in this bag. I mean, it's good, it's multifunctional. I mean, I can put some clothes and some t-shirts in here, but it has separators in here that helps us. So, Private Label, you did your thing. We put all our sneakers in here. So,
And another thing, we aren't even sponsored by Private Label.
nah, we're not. I mean, so if you want to send us another bag, you can. I mean, but we put all of your damn shoes in the bag, so no point intended. But Private Label, shout out to you.
But here's the thing. This is the good thing about Sneaker of the Day,
What's
or
up?
Kicks of the Day, with both of us. We actually have the same one.
Every last shoe that's in this bag, we have the same exact shoe. So I'm a Michigan fan. So let's get that out the damn way first. Like, no, I take that back. I'm a Michigan, but I'm a Fab 5 fan. On the previous show, I am Weber, Jalen Rose, Jackson, Jimmy King, Jawan Howard. Let that be known. So I'm telling you, if I ever see all 5 of you guys together somewhere,
You'll
Man.
pay the money to go see them.
hell yeah.
I know you.
I'm whatever.
But
Get in
this
that.
particular situation,
Yeah, my other team.
Yeah, we were on board with this one, so I didn't even bring mine. I just let you bring yours.
And see, the thing with it is like, I own a sneaker store. My brother reaps the benefits of getting all the damn shoes. So, it's like, yeah, don't make your brother pay for shoes. It's all good. So
But I work for it.
he does. He takes all the pictures of the shoes. So anything you see on the Fresh Sneaker Boutique page, shot by Southern Etiquette. But he keeps saying he's not a photographer. So what the hell? All right. So we're gonna go UNC for today.
Yes.
So definitely, this is just our whole UNC collection. So, threes, ones, fours. I like this powder color, even though I really don't consider it the total UNC package. Damn it, it's baby blue. So guess what? You going in the pile too.
You going.
Now you know what you didn't bring that I forgot to? We have one more.
Oh.
6s. So we forgot the 6s, but trust me, we have every single UNC package. So we have the jersey.
Except for the 11. I don't have the 11s.
Oh, we forgot Carolina 11s?
Well, I didn't get those.
Okay.
I mean, 11s aren't my favorite.
I got them too. So, well, they couldn't all fit in the damn bag. So Private Label, send us another bag, and we can bring all the shoes in the bag. So, but no, definitely, man. We're some UNC fans. I'm a Michigan fan first, but UNC, I know they beat them in the championship game, that 92-93 season. Hell, I was hurt then. Chris Webber called that.
Hey man, don't become traumatized by this again.
Time out, Chris. You called it. It was okay. I bought both T-shirts, but UNC won, and it is what it is. But yeah, kick of the day, UNC fam. I'm forever a Tar Heel. I hate Duke for so many reasons. I will never be a Duke fan. My wife used to be infatuated with Grant Hill, but nevertheless he's a good dude. But I couldn't stand his ass, just like Jalen Rose couldn't stand his ass.
We're not gonna go out some reasons.
Grant Hill, you're a good guy. You're a model child. I hope my child is like you. Great basketball player. Yeah, kick of the day. UNC fam.